Right, I'm going to show you a very simple way how you can um, make a photograph look like it's in a frame. Now I'm going to assume that you know about layers. I'm not going to explain layers, talk about them in any way. I'm assuming that you know how to use layers. If you don't know how to use layers, then I suggest that you go and find out and then come back. Possibly I'll do a tutorial on layers at some stage. Okay, right. I've got a completely just a normal background image that I've created, 500 by 375. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer. Okay, I'm going to create a brand new layer on top of this, and I'm going to just for the time being, I'm going to color that black. Um, that will change color. I just want it separate from the white. And now on top of this, I'm going to create another layer, and I'm going to change this to a different color. I'm going to do this a lightish blue, just so we know where we stand. Okay, so we've got two layers on top of a background now. So the blue layer is going to be what I'm going to put my picture onto, and the black layer, the first layer, is what I'm going to use to create the photo frame. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink this blue layer slightly so that you can see the layer underneath, the black layer, so you can see it around the edge. So what we do is we go to free transform, and you'll see this box will appear around it. So I'm going to move this down here. So there you go. There's a black layer. Right, there we go. We'll do that, and then we'll click there to apply, and then using your arrow keys on the computer, up and down arrow keys, just move that layer up, just to get it nice and uniform. So much easier using the arrow keys than trying to use the mouse. Okay, I think that's pretty cool. That's not bad at all. Okay, right. The next thing I'm going to do is go to my photograph. Now my photograph is a lot bigger than the image we're working on, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to select the whole photo, and then you see these marching ants appear around the photo, and then I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to copy that. Go back here. Now before we do anything, select your rectangular marquee tool, and this is a little bit fiddly when you first start doing it, but once you get used to it, it's a piece of cake. Line the little arrow up right in the top corner like so. Hold down your mouse key, and then drag down. And what we're aiming to do is just select, we'll put our marching ants around the blue area. Right, I reckon that's pretty good actually. Now, all we do now is either Control V or Edit, paste into. And there we go. Our photo is put automatically inside there. Now, you remember I mentioned about using a photo that was bigger than this image. The reason I like doing this is because then when I put the image in, I can select what part of the photo I want to show. I can either do that, or if I wanted to, I could make the photo a little bit smaller, so you get the whole thing in. So we'll make it a little bit smaller. Aha, mistake. Don't forget to do your click that this little like chain link to keep the photo in proportion. So we'll move that around a bit. Okay, I think that's alright. It's quite a nice photo. We'll do that, and then we'll apply that. Okay, so now we have a photo with a black border. So you may think, oh, I don't really like that. So we might want to change that color. Easy. Select the layer. Select your black layer. It might be easier to name your layers. So you probably so you don't get confused. name that layer the photo frame, so you know which one you're dealing with. And what we can do now is we can actually let's choose another color. Let's choose orange down here. I suppose orange is a particularly good color for a photo frame, but it's just for the sake of this tutorial. And then choose your paint bucket, and then just basically click like that, and you can change the color of your border. And choose another color. Choose white, sort of just off-white. Do that. Change that. There you go. And if you want, if you go to open your styles palette, there's various styles in here. I don't suppose these are intended to be used for this, but they work perfectly okay. You've got all different colours, so we can choose. I don't know. Let's choose an oak effect. There we go. So you've got an oak frame. We can choose what's this one? Painted wallboard. Choose that one. Or if you want it to be jazzy, a sunspot, you can choose that one. There's quite a few here you can use if you want. Basically like that. I know, but if you want to just go back to using a colour, then it's as simple as just selecting your I mean, I've got to undo all that. You have to, if you've used the styles palette a few times, you need to undo it. You need to undo each step, if you can see what I mean, because it doesn't just you can't fill it in with a colour unless you actually go back and remove each style that you've added. It's slightly different if you're just using the colour palette, but you can see here that I'm just going back now and I'm just undoing what I've done. So you've gone back to the white now, so we can now apply that colour there. If you want to choose another colour, choose a sort of a darkish red colour, you can do that. Or you could do, if you went to the down to your FX in your layers palette, and you choose and you open this box like this one here, this box here. I'll show you that. If you choose gradient overlay, there are various gradients in here that you can choose if you want, and it'll just give you a bit of a snazzy style to the border, you know, like that. Some of them are quite sort of emphasise the photo a little bit. All sorts of different ones in there. All depends what you want to do with your photo. So we'll just cancel that. So there you go. That is my take on adding a snazzy border around the photograph.